Hello everyone, I am Ankita Singh, Assistant Professor, School of Management, Sage University, Bhopal. Today we will be discussing about the topic network security under Introduction to Operating System. First of all, you must know what is network, right? A network is a collection of components, servers, mainframes, peripherals, or other devices connected to facilitate communication and data sharing. Now, it is a system that allows two or more devices to exchange information, resources, and services. Next comes the network security. What is network security? Network security protects networking infrastructure from data theft, unauthorized access, and manipulation. It also includes network segmentation for security, which involves dividing your network into regions by using firewalls as borders. You can see this diagram and can assume what are the types of network security: email security, mobile security, data protection, access control, anti-malware, firewalls, etc. Now, you must know about the network security principles, right? These are the important principles. First is authentication, confidentiality, integrity, non-repudiation, and availability. Starting with the authentication. What is authentication? Authentication is the mechanism to identify the user or system or the entity. It ensures the identity of the person trying to access the information. The authentication is mostly secured by using username and password. The authorized person whose identity is pre-registered can prove his or her identity and can access the sensitive information or the confidential information. Next is the confidentiality. Confidentiality is what the degree of confidentiality determines the secrecy of the information, right? The principle specifies that only the sender and receiver will be able to access the information shared between the sender and receiver, or point A or point B. Confidentiality compromises if an authorized person is able to access a message or data. You can understand this confidentiality concept by example. Let us consider sender A wants to share some confidential information with receiver B, and the information gets intercepted by the attacker C. Now the confidential information is in the hands of an intruder C rather than the person B. Next comes the integrity. Integrity gives the assurance that information received is exact and accurate if the content of the message is changed, right? If the content of the message is changed after the sender sends it but reaching the intended receiver, then it is said that integrity of the message is lost. This integrity is divided into two types: system integrity and data integrity. Next comes the non-repudiation. Non-repudiation is a mechanism that prevents the denial of the message content sent through a network. In some cases, the sender sends the message and later denies it, that he did not send any particular message or did not share any data. But the non-repudiation does not allow the sender to refuse the receiver. Last comes the availability. The principle of availability states that the resources will be available to authorized party at all times. Information will not be useful if it is not available to be accessed. Systems should have sufficient availability of information to satisfy the user request. Fine, it is clear now. Now we have certain types of network security technologies. You might have heard some of these: firewalls, network access control, intrusion detection, virtual private network, application security, and email security. So I'll be giving you a little brief about all these technologies, starting with the firewalls. Firewalls control all of the traffic that comes into or goes out of a network. They are network's first and often most important line of defense. Firewalls act just as guards stationed outside gate communities or company facilities. They are created with security rules designed to prevent unauthorized access and ensure data doesn't leak out of the network. Next is the Network Access Control, NAC. Network Access Control is a critical intrusion prevention system. The concept is simple: ensure that only authorized users have access to sensitive aspects of a network by providing them with unique details they use to gain access. Next is Intrusion Detection and Prevention System, IDPS. Intrusion Prevention System detects security attacks by blocking hackers from exploiting known vulnerabilities in a network. They are crucial in the prevention of distributed denial of service, also known as DDoS, attacks and the brute force techniques hackers sometimes use to discover the user passwords. Next is the virtual private network, commonly used for personal network security and corporate networks. Virtual private network, also known as VPN, provide encrypted remote connections to servers. Next is application security. Application security is the blanket term used to describe any security strategy related to the software used in a computer network. Last is the email security, which you might be aware of. Many people aren't aware of the risk that email can pose. It only takes one unwitting employee to download a malicious attachment to compromise a network. Proper email security prevents this using several tools and techniques. Thank you for the patience listening. Stay tuned and subscribe to Sage University Bhopal and do visit website of Sage University.